Hello and welcome to Daybreak Fraser Valley Weekend. I'm Bradley Jeanette.
And I'm Jessica Ames.
It's a big event weekend ahead of National Indigenous Peoples Day and Father's Day. Lots to get to in our event section of the show, so stay tuned for that.
This week, we're so pleased to have Mary Watson, curator from the Chilliwack Museum and Archives, in for an interview. And we have a new winner to announce in our Shandhar Hut Spring to Summer Contest winner for week 2. Find out right after the break, and don't worry if it's not you yet. Still 2 weeks to go.
And more pet peeves this week. Who knew we could be so curmudgeonly?
Curmudgeonly?
I think that's a word.
Oh, never heard of it.
Also, top 3 news from the Valley this week, sponsored by Black Press Media, all coming up now.
Welcome back, everyone. Another week, another winner. Thanks so much for Shandhar Hut in getting us from spring to summer with our second winner of a $50 Shandhar gift card. Drum roll, please. And the winner is Naomi Jenner. Congratulations, Naomi.
Yeah, congratulations.
In addition to liking the contest post, she correctly identified the pet sound from last week and sent us a Facebook message. Apparently that sound happens with some regularity during the pet peeves section.
Weird, because I've never actually heard it in the studio.
Yeah, you're right.
I guess it's one of those things that just shows up on playback, kind of like a polter dog, or is it like a poltergeist? I don't know. Anyway, you might have figured out that it was a pet sound is a dog barking.
Congrats to Naomi, and thank you to Shandhar Hut in Chilliwack. Watch this week's show and then look for the post right after for this week's question, and we'll announce our winner next week.
All right, Jess, what did you get up to this week?
I have been so busy, living in chaos, lots of extra rehearsals for the Spencer Studio show that is coming up tomorrow. It's called Revival. Very excited to be dancing, performing, and also showcasing some of my own choreography.
That's great. So we're going to hear a little bit more about that after?
Yes.
Fantastic. Well, I had a very busy week, and it's a very busy weekend, and we're going to cover some of the events in a little bit, and I'm going to be at a few of them.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. All right, it's time for everyone's favorite pet peeves. So, Jess, what's your pet peeve this week?
Now, I had a hard time thinking of a pet peeve, but I have to say, I think there's 2 types of people in the world.
Okay.
One type, after you're done showering, you just drip dry a little bit in the shower, grab your towel and dry yourself off, and then get out. I think the other type of person in the world is the type who turns off the shower and jumps out and sprays water all over the bathroom. So that's my pet peeve, is a wet bathroom. And can you tell that I'm a little bit jaded, maybe from past relationships?
I was kind of picking up on that, yeah. But a wet bathroom's kind of gross.
Yeah,
When you're the person that goes in after, there's water everywhere. Yeah, that's a good pet peeve.
Yeah.
My pet peeve this week, we've been on kind of like the driving roads situation. Lack of parking. And lack of parking specifically at like a hospital or a doctor's office. So I had a doctor's appointment, went to the office, and there was nowhere to park at all. And then I thought, well, I'll park on the street. But then the street was doing construction. And then the other street, there was no parking. And I ended up having to park like way down the street in a church parking lot. And all I could think of is, Lord Jesus, don't have me towed. And anyway, luckily my car was still there when I got back, but super frustrating. And the hospital too. Like there's just not enough.
Yeah, hopefully you weren't late.
No, I wasn't. And, it's just annoying, right? But when you go to the hospital and there's an emergency and you can't park and then you're trying to rush someone into the emergency room. Anyway, I just find that completely frustrating. So that's my pet peeve of the week. Parking, do better.
That's a good one. Yeah.
Well, that was very cathartic. I feel better getting all the pet peeves out in the open. So let's go into our top 3 news picks from around the Valley this week, courtesy of Black Press Media. And why don't you start us off in Abbotsford?
Sure. Come on down. If you recognize that phrase, you might just be a fanboy or a fangirl of the game show that started in the 70s with Bob Barker, continued with Drew Carey into the new millennium, and now in Canada. That's right. The Price is Right Live will be coming to Abbotsford, with tickets going on sale Friday, June 26th. I think pre-sales are already happening. So according to Tom Zilich of the Langley Advance Times, it's going to be happening in Abbotsford at Rogers Centre October 4th. And there are also shows in Kelowna, Duncan, Victoria, and Surrey. And if you're wondering, yes, everyone is given an oversized name tag to wear at the Price is Right live shows. Many guests are expected to come dressed in fun, colorful outfits and themed costumes. And a random selection to determine the lucky few that are called on stage happens just prior to the start of the 100-minute show. According
100 minutes?
Yeah,
That's
100
it?
minutes. Holy moly. That is certainly a way to get your price fix, isn't it?
Well, I think we should go.
Yeah, that'll be fun.
I loved The Price is Right when I was a kid. When you're sick, you were at home, you're eating tomato soup, and I'm Bob Barker. Don't forget to have your pet spayed and neutered.
So nostalgic.
So nostalgic. All right. So let's head to Chilliwack. Now we are switching up the tone. This is very serious news. On Monday, the Cultus Lake Adventure Park, which is home to the famous water slides enjoyed by families from all over the Lower Mainland, a serious incident occurred involving 12 children. The group of youth were on a field trip and suffered burns to their feet after touching an electrified rail in the queuing area near one of the rides. Water park officials made a statement late Monday to say the park would be shut down for 48 hours for the investigation, and they were cooperating fully with officials. Thank you to Jennifer Feinberg of the Chilliwack Progress, who covered this in a series of reports. A WorkSafe BC investigation has been launched, and as of Wednesday, the park will remain closed until 3 agencies, WorkSafe BC, Technical Safety BC, and Fraser Health, have thoroughly completed reviews. This is a smart way to handle it. No comment from us on what happened until the investigations are complete, though we should know that after the incident, one side of the park did remain open on Monday, presumably unaffected by the incident. How could anyone want to go in the water after that? It's shocking and upsetting. Amidst all the chaos, rescue air ambulances, they went on with business as usual.
In Mission, Dylan White of the Mission Record reports that a 66-year-old woman was struck by a pickup truck on Tuesday night and had to be airlifted to hospital in critical condition. It happened at the corner of Cedar Street and Cherry Avenue just after 7:30 p.m. The 73-year-old driver of the Chevy Silverado stopped and spoke with investigators. And this is unsettling. The man registered a WARN reading on a roadside screening device after police issued a breath demand to him. While it did not meet the threshold for criminal impairment, he was issued an immediate 3-day roadside prohibition. So he made it just under the wire by the sounds of it, and we do express our thoughts for this poor woman. Thank you to Black Press Media for your top 3 news stories from the Valley this week. After the break, Mary Watson, Curator of the Chilliwack Museum and Archives.
We'll be right back. Well, hello, Mary Watson.
Hi, thank you for having me.
Thanks for being here on Daybreak, and it's great to have you on the program. So you have been on Daybreak before, but that was some time ago. So why don't you tell our viewers a little bit about yourself?
Sure. So I'm the curator at the Chilliwack Museum. I've been there for about 1.5 years. I started January 2025. I'm new to Chilliwack. I moved here from Ontario, so I'm still very much learning the community, learning the history, and I'm having a lot of fun doing it.
So what was the big difference coming to Chilliwack versus where you're from in Ontario? What was like the biggest difference?
You know, there actually wasn't a huge difference. I came from an agricultural town, so it did honestly feel like a pretty easy transition to calling this place home.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the last person that was a new arrival in Chilliwack, I asked them, what does Chilliwack smell like? But if you came from an agricultural town, I guess it smells like
Smells
home?
like home, yeah.
Okay, all right. So at the museum, you've got some pretty exciting things coming up, actually. So why don't you tell us about them?
Sure. So we have a new exhibition just opened last week. It's called Curtain Call, Chilliwack on Stage and Screen. And this exhibit is really about celebrating and honoring Chilliwack's theater and cinema history. And it's an opportunity to, acknowledge these as places of connection, which I think is really important today, whether you're on the creative side or on the audience side.
So when you talk about sort of stage and performance and all of those type of things, one can't help but think about the Paramount.
No, of course. That is the one thing since moving here I've heard about the Paramount like endless times. Obviously, that was a really important place for the community for generations and generations. And so the exhibit is can be considered a tribute to the Paramount. And we were able to partner with the Cultural Center and put on this really amazing event that gets the community an opportunity to experience the opening night at the Paramount, I guess we could say, for themselves with the screening of Sorrowful Jones.
So Sorrowful Jones, what's important about that movie?
So that was the first movie to play at the Paramount on opening night. It was June 9th, 1949. There was about probably over 1,000 people lined up to see that movie. I think about 900 people got to witness it on opening night.
1,000 people in Chilliwack in 1949.
Yeah.
So everybody.
Pretty much.
Everybody showed up at the Paramount.
Yeah.
So that movie you're playing at the Cultural Center.
Yeah, so we were able to partner with the Cultural Center, and the fun thing about this is a lot of people don't know, the Cultural Center has the original silver screen from the Paramount Theater, so it's going to be played on that silver screen.
That's pretty amazing.
Yeah.
So you've got lots of history at two different places, all telling a similar story, and it's all kind of connected.
Yes, I guess.
I'm excited for all of that. So
me too.
So first of all, the movie Sorrowful Jones. So where do people go for tickets?
So you can go onto the Cultural Center's website. They have it listed there. You can buy them online. I'm sure you can buy them in person as well at the Cultural Center. I'm sure you could show up hopefully night of and buy them there too if you're a last minute person like me.
I think it's going to be sold out. I don't know about that. I would get the tickets early.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then for the exhibit at the museum, do we need tickets?
So the museum is now free to enter. Donations are always welcome, but not expected. So you can stop by the museum Monday to Saturday, 9 to 4:30, and come in and see the exhibit.
And you said the exhibit's open now?
Yes, it is open now.
So I have to come in to see the finished product. I kind of snuck in a
Yeah.
little bit early to take a look around, but I think a lot of our viewers, a lot of people in Chilliwack are really going to appreciate that. And it's a story we all kind of know a little bit, right? So
a little bit. Everyone can connect to it in some way, I think.
Yeah. Mary, thank you for coming in
Yeah,
today.
thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
So let's not wait, months and months and months before you come back. Stop by anytime.
No, anytime.
All right. Well, thank you. And up next, all the amazing things to do this weekend from around the valley.
Easy routine, strong results. Like my kind of vibe.
Myself, I am fairly new to Chilliwack, actually. I moved here about 3 years ago.
It provides the opportunity to get involved in many different types of projects, not only local but also international.
I joined because I just wanted to learn more about Chilliwack.
Really interesting people.
We lip synced music all night long as the entertainment for the Rotary Club.
So we were able to provide a water well.
I wanted to make friends, I wanted to network.
Rotary has given me so much over the past 6 years that I've been a part of it.
You're one of the most organized and charities and service clubs in the world.
It really makes you feel like you're a part of something.
All right, Jessica, you have a really big weekend ahead, so why don't you share with us what you're doing tomorrow night?
Yeah, I'm really excited. Natalie Spencer, she's the owner of Spencer Studios here in Chilliwack, and her show is called Revival. So we are, going to be bringing back some of the best songs from the the 70s, 80s, 90s, and early 2000s. I'm excited to perform for my friends and family, and anyone in the community who'd like to come, please do grab your tickets. You can get tickets at the website from the Cultural Center.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
I think I might have to come and see you. Well, we're going tonight to chillcouture.
Yes, it's a busy weekend.
Yeah, it is a busy weekend. I'm really looking forward to it. The theme is the Red Gala. You may have noticed I'm wearing red this week.
I still have to get changed.
Yeah, you'll have to find some red.
Yes.
Yeah. So I think it's going to be a lot of fun. And it's Father's Day weekend. So let's turn to what to do about Father's Day, starting in Chilliwack. Do you want to start in Chilliwack?
Sure.
All right.
Okay, for Chilliwack, it's a twofer. And we've already mentioned both. Let's dig in a little bit tonight. And we're both going right. It's the Indigenous Iron Construction 2026 Chillcouture Fashion, Art, Music, and Cultural Celebration. 5 fashion designers, over 30 Indigenous models, Indigenous cuisine served by Stolo Bannock of Chilliwack and Tradish Canada of Langley. Music by the Brander Raven Band and hosted by Chris Silver. This event, in its 3rd year, is sure to deliver. We'll see you tonight at the Shui Cultural Center.
I'm excited for all of that.
Me
All right,
too.
so now I'm going to talk about you. So the revival show is going to be this is in Chilliwack. This is tomorrow night at 7:30. The revival show is going to be a high-energy dance production by Spencer Studios that features the songs you never skip, the ones that are still a hit, and the ones that take you somewhere the second they start. From iconic classics to unforgettable anthems, Revival is inspired by the tracks people know, love, and instantly connect with. It's an 18-plus event. There's some slightly steamy parts, I understand.
Yes.
But it's a real celebration of music and dance. So I'm so excited that you're in the show.
Yeah.
And then you got to tell us a little bit about it.
Yeah.
And I think I need to just come see you. So why don't you take us out to Harrison Mills? What's going on?
Sure. Okay, Sunday, something different to try with Dad. How about Father's Day at Kilby Historic Site in Harrison Mills? In addition to all the amazing historical things to see, including a stroll through the 1906 General Store Museum, the Heritage Garden, the friendly farm animals, you can enjoy the Father's Day buffet starting at 11 a.m. and a lot of outdoor fun, including kite and rope making and the 4th annual butter churning competition.
I love that. And I love Kilby. Today in Hope, from 12 to 4, it's the Upper Stalo Indigenous Day celebration. There'll be performers, drumming and singing, a talent show, a traditional meal, vendors, arts and crafts, and face painting. It's all happening at Hope Memorial Park. Funnily, the hardest working man in the Fraser Valley, Brander McDonald, will be performing there. Now, if you remember from 3 events ago, he and his band are also scheduled at chillcouture tonight. So, Brander, if you're listening, don't miss. Sound check's at 5.
In Langley on Sunday, and this could be a case of getting Dad into something cultural. It's a celebration of barbecue and bannock at the National Indigenous Peoples Day celebration. There'll be vibrant cultural performances and activities and lots of vendors, and it's happening at Douglas Park starting at 11 a.m.
Out in Mission on Sunday, and this is a must for Father's Day, head out to the Fraser River Heritage Park to check out hundreds of vintage vehicles at the 33rd annual Old Car Sunday in the park. It's family friendly, of course, and starts at 10 a.m. and runs until late in the afternoon. Now, Dad will love it. Old Car Sunday is Mission Firefighters' largest event and allows them to support communities, community causes like the Mission Hospice Society, Variety, Muscular Dystrophy Canada, Sarah for Women and Kids Support Mission, and head on out. Go check out the cars. It is great. That's a wrap. It's going to be a busy weekend. We've got to get started, and I have to pick out what to wear with the shirt. I got the red shirt, but I don't know what else I'm wearing. So.
Thanks so much to Mary Watson of the Chilliwack Museum and Archives for being on the show this morning.
Well, Jessica, it has been so good to have you as my co-host these last 3 weeks. You are a natural.
Thank you.
The last 3 weeks went by really quickly. Now, we would love to have you come back soon, so let me know when you're next available.
Will do.
If you have something that you think we should air on the show, we would love to hear from you. Contact us through Messenger on Chill TV's Facebook page. Thank you all for watching. Happy Father's Day, happy National Indigenous Peoples Day, and have a fabulous Fraser Valley weekend.